Welcome back to Tyranny and to our spire. We have new loot to do apparently. And plans, locked iron gauntlet. This old book is fragile and hard to read, but there's legible plans in it to locked iron gauntlets. This can be created with access to a spire forge, upgrade and proper materials. Locked iron gauntlets can be created, access to spire forge. Well, where is this spire forge, I wonder? That's not a forge, that's a, what's it called, furnace. More hidden stuff? Bronze dagger, any good for you, verse? Sort of. So we're gonna go ahead and give it to her offhand, I think. Yeah, the bronze axe. This is open now. Bloodstains lead to the training grounds. Vendrian Gar trainees spare in this area. Well, spared. Link. What's this? Dagger plans. Right. Did it just unlock as soon as we looted it, or no, it didn't. Wish this could maybe spy library upgrade. Alright. Now we just have to get a spire library upgrade somehow, sometime. Yes, checking what the button did. And some more stuff here, that's campfire supplies, which we don't need, and some potions. And we checked there, didn't we? I know we checked in that one before, but apparently it's got new stuff now. And it was some mead. Not really necessary, but not gonna complain. Is that Ari? It is. And a nice helmet. No, he can't have it. Gonna give it to Verse, I think. Gives vigor, 20 more max health. It'll make her slower, but armor and such. Yeah, we're gonna give it to her. She's gonna be off tank, basically. She's gonna hit hard, but not really a tank. And I'm gonna... Should I take this? Say should. Yeah. I'm basically gonna be proper range DPS. Yay, we can loot it finally. It's a spear or javelin. Isn't that just great? Anything up here? Yep. Some boots and
that wasn't so hard.
2 gems and Verse dinged from it. Excellent. So what we're gonna give her? She get minus health and willpower. We can't have that. And what should we give her more? Spells position with an enemy and stab some. Increase weapon damage and dual wielding. Verse will counterattack enemies that miss her in melee combat. That might be good. Graved Bear, sweep the target's feet, knocking them prone and fall down with a strike from each weapon. What's that? Dodge? While only wearing light armor. No. Blade, and let's get the lethal opening. And is there anything more over here? No. Then we'll be going to the entrance / exit of our new structure. Main gate. And over here we have another cart that can be looted. And a chest that can't be looted for some reason. A random potion. I'm not gonna complain about that. And a random crate that can be opened. And in it we find... Verse, that ain't good for you. The chest plate? No. Is that a great sword? No, it's not, but it's a downgrade anyway. Right, let's leave this place and see where we'll be going next. To Tuna's court? No? Well, we're supposed to go up there? I'm guessing so, since it's glowing. I thought we were done. Is there a can we teleport via the thing up here or something? That would make sense. Oh, we have all the people now that we hired. Fatebinder, come take a look, blah blah blah. You step up to the huckster and peer down into the box. It's full of assorted junk, nothing more. Before you comment, you can notice him reaching for your ring belt out of the corner of your eye. Fucking slap him. He flinches and withdraws his land with a hurt look. Sorry about that, Fatebinder. Old habits, you know. I was only curious how much you were carrying. A merchant needs to be aware of these things before he can charge an appropriate cost. I was at your service. I come into possession of some items that might be of interest. That was very dishonest of you. I'll take a look at your wares, but don't try that again. Let's, first of all, let's sell some shit. The spear. What potions were those? And revivals, so we'll keep those. This, I now know it's a spire tab, so we're gonna keep everything that pops up there. Gems, I don't know if we need, so let's just go ahead and sell them, because they're in the trash tab. And sell. What the fuck was that? The fuck is that? When did we get that? Is that a spear? It's a spear. Huh. But it's a spear, not a javelin. I didn't even know we found that, but we're not gonna use it anyway. And over to Verse and sell her shit as well. We're gonna keep the potions. Over to little Barik. And finally Lantry. That's all. Right, let's see. Fatebinder's shield, Fatebinder's shit. I don't know if these stuff are any good. Horboos, that's what we just sold him. Sigils and such. Ingots and other crap. Alchemy supplies. Nah, we good. Swordbreaker up here. I'd like to train. What does it train? Is it unarmed? Sword? I'm gonna go ahead and train for Throne because that's my jam. Verse is gonna train for Dodge and Athletics. Barik, Dodge, and Landry is gonna go for Dodge. And I dinged from it. Excellent. Oh, I can't even put more points into quickness. Oh, it's gonna need 2 points to go above 20. That's gonna be annoying. More damage, more accuracy. We're gonna need that. Moderate increase, and now basic. That's the one. No? That one's supposed to. Now I'm confused. Actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna go and check other trees, see if there's anything interesting in them. Not magic, because we won't be doing that. But against 2 additional quicks. Huh. Quick item slots and consumes used while combat are more effective. That might be something. Adds a marking effect to Frost. The party use 1 additional weapon set and can switch weapons with lower recovery penalty. I'm not gonna check defense because I'm not defensive. Sweeping Cone adds armor penetration to Thrust. Performs a powerful slam. Meh, we're gonna stay with range then. We might get our arrow catch to protect ourselves from ranged guys. Adds arm penetration to attacks with thrown. Yeah, we might be getting that one. No, let's go thrown master. Because, you know, throwing stuff is my mastery. Satus, what do you have for us, my friend? I mean, no respect. I'd like to train. Oh yeah, we trained everything already. Isolon, is that another trainer? Show me what you got. Yep, that's another trainer. Corpse Eye, who the fuck is that? Probably some other guy we can buy from. Mind your tongue, huh? Mind your tongue, I've killed for less. Let's see what's in stock. Ooh, Crimson Great Spear. Shame it's a spear and not a javelin. Right, we have plenty of... We have a whole iron ring, so I'm sure we can buy something. Scarlet Fury Sights. Verse might like that. Twisted Iron Sword. Crimson Spear Armor. That's heavy armor. Scarlet Fury Armor might be something for Verse. Yeah, I should like that. Too bad. Crimson Spear Gauntlets. Scarlet Fury Gloves. I want weapons though. Is that better than what I got? Ish. Fermental. Who kills in shadow can equip. What the fuck is that? Is that some NPC that I could have gotten but never did? Probably is. Right, let's see what Ebb has to say.
What is it you need?
Let's check your skills. Temporarily replace Lantry with her. Now let us see what you can do. Title, create a powerful jet of water. Affliction applied to Ebb has duration decreased, so must glow of water. And Gravelight is other shit. No. I want a healer, so we're gonna keep Lantry instead. Now, how the hell... do we get out? Oh, I'm an idiot. So this is the world map. Sunset Spire. Is that a Lefen's Crossing? Haven. Down here's the Blade Grave. Stone Sea. The Bastard Tier. Let's go to the Bastard City and visit Tunon, our old buddy pal. Long travel, but not so long gameplay wise. Plenty of nobles. Lady Lucretius. This well-dressed old woman stands apart from the milling crowds of nobles. She stares off into distance, oblivious to your approach until you're right in front of her. Oh, greetings, she offers a reserved smile. Anda Lucretius, formerly of Risselholm. You have the look of someone who belongs here. A fate binder, no doubt, she nods. Do you need something from me? Nah. I just thought you were important. You're not. And here we have the Scarlets and the Disfavored. And there we have our goody old pal.
You call yourselves officers of Kairos' army, but your conduct falls short of my expectations. The court finds your accounts of Vendrian's well lacking, rife with misdirection and fallacy, fouled with baseless accusation.
The shadows beneath Tunon's cloak darken and flare around him. Murmurs of unease erupt in the court. I'm gonna listen. Your Honor, I have relayed events as I experienced them. You can well imagine why my version conflicts with his. She makes a dismissive gesture toward the Scholar Chorus representative. On my honor and that of the great general, I would sooner snap my sword than perjure myself before you, Archon. Oh, so you imply that falsehood comes easier to my lips than yours. You're a fool if you believe the Archon of Justice won't see through your lies because the disfavored think this is better than an honest gang.
Silence. The contradictions in your statements will be examined, and falsities threshed from truths. If we find you have perjured yourselves, Bled and Mark will see to your fate.
The Archon turns, and you feel his gaze upon you.
Fatebinder, we will start with the matter of the Archons. Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat have declared war upon each other. In addition to violating Kairos' peace, they have thrown the conquest of the Tears into disarray. By all accounts, these hostilities began shortly after your arrival. Tell us what transpired.
The Archons could not agree on what should lead aside and sending into accusations of treachery. It seems Muto's bad. The Archons have been in different minds since the start of this war. The first one. Disfavored were more deserving of the honor. Our tactics and training outmatched the Varangian Guard at every turn. What balderdash. The disfavored couldn't tip over a straw hat if they had a week to strategize. Our holding mob was better equipped to overwhelm the Varangian Guard. Our recruits were ready to throw themselves at the enemy, if only Ash and his legion would agree to a plan.
The Fatebinder presents testimony. I warn you both against speaking out of turn. Something more than a mere disagreement unraveled this campaign. But I will return to that in time. Let us speak of Ascension Hall. The disfavored sing your praises across the realm, though the Scarlet Chorus appealed for charges of treason. Perhaps you can offer a more enlightened account.
I claim the Citadel with a small unit of disfavored.
An efficient solution. The type I would expect from a capable agent. Tell me, though, with the edict looming overhead and death the price of failure, why not employ the numerical advantage of the Scarlet Chorus?
The Voices of Nerat provoked Ash at every turn. I suspected treachery. The seals called for tactics and planning, not raw numbers. Yeah, let's talk shit about Scarlet. For a long while, the Agitator hovers in silence, shadow trailing from below his robes.
I will consider this testimony at length. The court thanks you for it. Is there anything you wish to add at this time?
I want to add that fucking chick who I kicked off the Spire even thanked for the aid from the Scarlets.
Your testimony is accepted by the court. The statements of our guests raise questions in my mind. There is much about this campaign that has caused me to wonder. A shipment of iron weapons was short on arrival. Where coveted iron is concerned, I don't believe it to be a clerical error. One of my agents recovered this seal in Echo Call. It belongs to a merchant collective. Lethian's Crossing is teeming with their kind. If you would root out treachery, I would advise starting there. Petitioners, leave us. I would have a private audience with the Fatebinder. Ascend and join me. You will find the way opened.
Poof! Oh, gotta run around. I must check with the other Fatebinders. Harry, as you return to the fold, your exploits in Meridian's Well are the matter of some discussion. The Fatebinder of Balance regards you with a discerning eye, and for a moment you feel as she is trying to peer into your very depths of your mind. What can I do for you? Nothing interesting. Let's run around and go up and talk to our old buddy pal Tunon. Fancy throne.
This civil war, this feud, is an insult to Kairos' peace. It should not have taken the better part of a year to silence the last vestiges of the Oathbreakers.
I agree, Your Honor.
Our allies squabble while our enemies regroup. It falls upon the court to measure the extent of the damage, and to execute the agents of disorder. I suspect that treachery, negligence, disunity, and greed have infected one or both of our esteemed allies. Until you are instructed otherwise, this matter is the court's primary focus. Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat must be examined in close detail. You are charged with observing the Archons and presenting your case that one of them has wrought chaos and disorder upon the Tears.
I will make the... I will make this my mission, Your Honor.
As always, you will be held accountable for what you do in the court's name. But you are free to conduct your investigation in the manner of your choosing. You must expect lies, misdirection, and manipulation. Suffer not such obstructions of justice. The disfavored seem the logical first step in your inquiry. The Legion holds you in some esteem, and Graven Ash has shown deference to the court in times past. No doubt the disfavored will be rife with accusations and evidence against the voices of Nerat. Graven Ash is a noble man, but never underestimate his capacity for deception. A wise general succeeds by knowing when to be unreadable to the enemy.
He better not be guilty. He's my old granddad, kinda.
You should, of course, speak with the Scarlet Chorus and gather their testimony. But it stands to reason that most in the chorus would sooner brag about a pauldron fashioned from your skull than entertain your questions. Do not regret killing the rabble that impede your investigation. They will be easily replaced.
I will speak with the Archon of War.
Your fellow Fatebinders have been busy acting as my eyes and ears. I have a few leads for you to follow. You should, of course, speak with your brothers and sisters of the court if you need further counsel. Though the disfavored were triumphant in the Blade Grave, I understand that their troubles within the region are unfinished. Talk to the disfavored commanders serving in the Blade Grave. Perhaps they can shine some light on the origins of this feud. The Oathbreakers were reported to be using iron armaments, more than they might acquire from looting what few disfavored they killed. Any iron in the tiers not rusted through was made by forge-bound hands in Lethian's Crossing. Between craftsman and quartermaster, someone let iron fall into enemy hands. Investigate this matter and bring the thieves to justice. There is a final matter to discuss. A sensitive topic.
Though it's impossible to gauge from expression, Tuno seems more wary than usual. Say nothing.
In spite of the many shortcomings at Vendrian's Well, you managed to make a name for yourself. You proclaimed an Edict of Kairos, resolved its demanding conditions, and ascended the mountain spire. Any one of these feats would be worthy of recognition by the highest authority. You managed to accomplish 3.
I'm privileged position. I'm in a privileged position to accomplish incredible deeds.
It pleases me that you grasp your role, as long as you temper it with a sense of duty. Whether by design or by accident, you have captured the attention of Kairos' army and the local tiersmen alike. This is no small opportunity, and the court charges you with exploiting your new standing to its fullest potential. You have a title in our hierarchy. However, it's a little-known secret that one's standing in the world is determined by their infamy, their deeds, and how they come to be known. Mind this notion as you bring justice to this lawless frontier. There may come a time when your deeds speak for you louder than any title. Whatever you did to capture the attention of the masses at Vendrian's Well, I would encourage you to do so again.
I look forward to chaining chaos to my will.
So long as order and Kairos' law follow in your wake, you may dispatch chaos however you see fit.
Sweet.
You are dismissed. Should the court have need of your presence, you will receive word. Go forth and do my bidding, and bring glory and honor to the tiers in Kairos' name.
Tyranny raps his gavel against the floor, the similar note resounding throughout the hall. And it's gone. Meet Graven Ash at the Iron Half. Also barrack as a level. Trial of Archons, evidence against them both. I really hope Graven isn't a bad guy. I like him. Now what should we get for barrack? Increase defense from shields. Further increase the number of enemies you can engage. Barrack in your part with energy take reduced. Let's do it so you can engage even more enemies.
Yes.
Let's see. We gotta go to Ironhalf, gather evidence against them, and go to Leafen's Crossing. Bloodmulch. Bittergrip, didn't we talk to him at some point? His name, he sounds familiar. Well, fuck you then. I believe it's time for us to leave Tulun's court. Should we go to Leafen's Crossing or Ironhalf? Who the fuck is that? Blade and Mark. Welcome back, kid. I'm using as it should have been to watch Edith drop. I guess I'm glad you lived. Bleed and Mark, Archon of Shadows, rouses from far away stare, turning to face you with a wry smile. Though he stands still, he seems to sift in and out of shadows which shroud him. Bleed and Mark is Kairos' knife in the shadows, the unseen drop of poison that enforces the Old Lord's will. He reports to Tunon the Adjudicator, serving in his capacity as a final word for those who hold Kairos' law in contempt. Few know the origin of the Archon of Shadows or how Kairos maintained where'd it go? Kairos maintain a hold of him. Those who anger the Archon never live long past sunset. Here you threw your rings on Graven Ash's side. Not a bad bet to pick the Archon of War. But tell me the truth, did you go with Ash because it seemed like the right thing to do, or because supporting Voice was the worst option? Neither Archon was at their best, but Graven is more capable. Our lives depended on military success, or not about hard control Archon of secrets. What sane creature would trust the voice of Nerat? Our lives depended on military success. Yeah. Don't trust the voices? Looks like you do have brain. All that matters is that the Edict of Execution was stayed. Those stationed at Fenrir's Well should be thanking you for their lives. Now I assume you're off to go meet with Ash, but first, you and I need to have a little chat. I'm listening. Everyone's keeping an eye on you, because you did something nobody has done before. Got a guess of what that might be? And the first Fatebinder to engage in a war against the ally soldier, and the first Fatebinder to proclaim 2 edicts. I'm the first to resolve an edict before its conquest came to pass. I'm the first thing to awaken a spire of the Old Wall. I'm the first person to take the evasive stance. Let me guess, I'm the first Fatebinder. 2 edicts? Smart guess, but there's been a few more over the centuries to have outlived the honor of proclaiming twice. But sure, it's true that most don't survive it. Proclaiming an edict isn't new, neither is surviving or resolving the commandments of an edict. But you're the first to proclaim and resolve the very same edict, and it didn't kill you. In one fell swoop, you survived your second edict, resolving the very one you had proclaimed, and awoke on an arcane structure that had slept for several centuries. So, what are you going to tell me? Did I do something wrong? Why should I care about any of this? And now I go in a short list of people who stand out as potential problems? More or less, mostly more. He offers you a dangerous grin. I don't care what you do with the information, but you should know the danger you're now in, that you put yourself on the map. Sticking with the disfavored is a smart idea, kid, at least smarter than getting mixed up with the Archon of Secrets. You'll never really be one of them, but if you value Ash's warriors, then you'll serve the best you can. Until next time. The Archon of Shadows shrugs to you farewell, but his golden eyes are alight with interest as he watches you. Right. Interesting guy, that one. Right, so should we go to Sunset Spire at Leafen's Crossing, or all the way to Ironhalf? Let's go to the Leafen's Crossing. It does sound like an interesting place, and we did spend time there on our conquest, so it might be something interesting. Ambush. A group of mercenaries, members of the Bronze Brotherhood, blocking the road. Oh, they're going to regret that. They are going to regret that greatly. Now, where are they? It did say ambush, but I'm guessing it's gonna be pretty obvious. Must be joking. At all, I will pay no such thing. I demand to be let through. A small figure stands some armor-clad soldiers. His arms move wildly as he gestures in frustration, yelling at the man directly in front of him. Absolutely not. I've come through Ironhold Trail more times than I can remember. No one ever asked for a toll before, and I won't be paying one now. He notices you standing nearby and turns to speak. Fatebinder, surely you of all people can help me. My name is Aster, and I must go to Leafen's Crossing. I have goods to deliver. Tell this man I will not be paying a toll to him or anyone, and he is to let me through. He folds his arms over his chest and nods in a pronounced finality. Greetings, Fatebinder. I am sorry you have been drawn into this. What you stumbled into here is merely a conflict of changing times. I am a will of the Bronze Brotherhood. Ironhold Trail is under protection, and anyone passing through must obey our rules. If this gentleman would like passage through land, his simple donation is required. He holds out his hand. These funds help our cause and keep Ironhold a safe place for all travelers. Clearly you both can see the value in that. Aster speaks, his arms swelling again, emphasizing his words. And who exactly is keeping it safe? You, standing there with your weapons at the ready against me? His arms drop and he turns to you again. I am not but a traveling merchant. I have no money to spare, and I certainly pose no threat to anyone. Keep this area safe indeed, he points at Will. You're the only threat here. Fatebinder, please take some sense into this man. Pay 50 ring toll. Fuck no, addressing Will. Call your guard soft and allows passage. Pass through before me is nothing. Let's fuck over Will. This man will not be paying the toll today. Call your guards off and allow us passage immediately. Thank you, Fatebinder. You have done a great deal of good today. Aster bowed dramatically. He turns back to his soldier. And you, brute, move aside and let me pass. Will holds his position and gives you a meaningful look. Perhaps you want to reconsider your stance on the matter, Fatebinder. He plants his hammer on the ground and leans onto it, staring Aster down. Passage is brought with rings or blood, but I'll happily take both. I stand by my decision. Aster raises his hands in protest. I thank you for your effort in Fatebinder, but it's not worth bloodshed. I will leave in peace. Well, I'm still going to kill Will. Will returns to his position and looks you over, his former genial mood gone. So, a Fatebinder in our little corner of the world. Would have been thought this would happen. He spits between his feet and crushes it into the dirt with his boot. You are a walking dangerous line, Fatebinder. The Bronze Brotherhood never back down from threats. He pauses for a moment, sizing you up. Normally I'd knock you down where you stand for threatening me, but Ray Toman demanded to see you if you came through here. I thought he was crazy saying you'd be with Leafen's Crossing. Looks like I owe him a few things. He shakes the pouch around his neck, making the rings jiggle mediocrely. Not that there's a shorter dose out here. What can this humble servant of the Brotherhood do for you, Fatebinder, and don't ask me to let you through, because that isn't happening. This ridiculous piece of mercenary of all requires to listen in pain and obedience. Allow me to teach him. Thanks, but I can handle this myself. If you don't feel like paying the toll, I can point you back the way you came, if you need an idea where to go, because I can't let you through. I'm gonna punch him. Will's head is thrown to the side as the fist connects with the cheek. He looks at you, his eyes swimming momentarily before refocusing. Whoa, what was that for? I don't like insubordinate. Next time I tell you to act, do so immediately. Will rubs his cheek. Hold on, I'm just doing my job. I apologize if I offended. Ray Toman will have my head if I let you through. There's nothing I can do about it. While you're talking to Will, a striking man with a shock of bright blonde hair approaches, moving away from some men searching bodies to slain soldiers to the south. He watches you intensely as he closes, his angular features pulling into a look of disdain. And here's the Fatebinder. He doesn't mask the displeasure in his voice. I know we'd see you, I just was wondering when. One trip to Leafen's Crossing wasn't enough, Governor. He doesn't even mask the contempt in his voice. You had to return when no one asked you to come. Throwing me out of my home wasn't sufficient, and you're here to disrupt my life some more? He looks at his men who stop to watch the conversation. You aren't done. He flicks his hand at them, and they return to the searching. It doesn't really matter why you're here. I don't care. I have more important things to worry about. In case you've forgotten me already, my name is Ray Toman. I am First Brother, the leader of the Bronze Brotherhood. But I'm sure you already know that. I couldn't help but see you over there, talking to Will and that traveling merchant. Only here for a moment and already sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, aren't you? I don't appreciate others invading my territory, Fatebinder. Fuck you, this is my place. I told him I had to speak to you, Ray Toman. He wanted through, but I told him no. If you don't give me the signal, the Fatebinder isn't getting into Leafen's Crossing. No one will invade your territory. Ray Toman stares at Will for a moment, lips pursed, then continues as if Will never spoke. Watch yourself while you are a guest in my land. If you have come to stir up more trouble, we are well equipped and will not back down into defenses of what is rightfully ours. He sweeps his arms in front of him, gesturing to the surrounding countryside. Well, Bai and I might not always agree, but that is one point we see eye to eye on. If you step on our line, we will both correct you. His eyes narrow and he leans toward you. You are not welcome here. Now tell me what you want or leave. You would do to what you told when speaking to a Fatebinder? Raytoman laughs hollowly. I don't care about Kairos forces. I already reaped the rewards of my loyalty and will not make the mistake again. You have taken my home, but I will have it back. I won't cower when you raise your voice against me, lapdog. I'm not welcome to your lands. This is not your land anymore. Yeah, I'm not welcome in your lands. This is not your land anymore. Such arrogance is the precursor of a mighty fall, Fatebinder. I might not currently have control of Leafen's Crossing. We both know possessions are fleeting. Leafen's Crossing is my home, and you imagine control over our lives doesn't change the fact. If you look for trouble, here it is. I knew you couldn't be trusted, Cad. The force of Kairos will always show their true face if pushed. Raytoman retreats, calling for his men as he runs. Guards, you have a snake in our midst. 2 arms!
Trouble is
However, this will be sort of a, what's it called? Cliffhanger. Because it's time for the episode to end, and we will finish off this Bronze Brotherhood fuckers in the next episode. Bye bye.